And welcome to Easy Education. I am Ritu Batra, and in this session I will bring to you Polity series, and this is our fourth session. In this session we will discuss about union and territories and related committees, and in this section we will read about article 1 to 4. In previous lecture we study about the making of our Indian constitution, about the parts, about the schedules. And so let's start this session. Article 1 to 4. So let's start. Under part 1, so not only this is article 1 but also it include the schedule 1 also and part 1 also. So under part 1 of the constitution deals with union and its territories. Okay, so article 1 now. Article 1 describes India, that is Bharat, is a union of states. Okay, so that is all about article 1. And according to article 1, the territory of India can be classified into three categories. Okay, let's see them. Territories of the state, union territories, territories that may be acquired by the government of India at any time. Okay, so these are three categories in article 1, that is territories of the state, union territories, and territories that may be acquired by the government of India at any time. Okay, let's see next. The names of the state and UT and their territorial extent are mentioned in the first schedule. Already I told that it include in the part 1 also and the schedule 1 also, right? So right now at present there are 21 state and 8 union territories after the separation, after removing the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, right? So next, the territory of India is a wider expression than the Union of India. Why? Why territory of India is a wider expression? Because Union of India includes only states, okay, and territory of India includes not only state but also territories that may be acquired by the government of India at any future time also. Okay, so that's why territory of India is a wider expression than Union of India, correct? Next, now article 2. What is in article 2? Article 2 imposes the parliament to admit into the Union of India or establish new states on such terms and conditions as if things fit. Okay, so that's all in article 2. And now see article 3. Article 3 authorizes the parliament to form a new state by separation from any state or by uniting two or more state or part of the state or by uniting any territory to a part of the states. So that's all in article 3. Now let's see how we can form another state. We can, how the parliament actually here. So first, increase the area of any state. Second, diminish the area of any state. Alter the boundaries of any state and alter the name of any state. Okay. Next, now we will study about the reorganization of state, the history, the rules regulation about the reorganization of state after the independence. Let's see after the independence to till now. Okay, so let's see. A bill seeking to create a new states or alter boundaries of existing states can be introduced in the either house of the parliament, that is both house, only on the recommendation of the president. So who will give the recommendation? The president of India, that is the executive head of our country, right? Now president refers that the state reorganization bill to the state legislature council for its opinion fixing at a time limit. Okay, so president will refer the State Reorganization Bill to the State Legislature Council. For why? For its opinion fixing a time limit. Okay, next. The State Reorganization Bill requires simple majority in both houses of the Parliament. So what we need for the State Reorganization Bill? Just only a simple majority in both houses of the Parliament, that are upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, and lower house, that is Lok Sabha, right? Next, Parliament is not bound to accept or act upon the views of the state legislature on a state reorganization bill. So Parliament is not bound to accept or act upon the views of the state legislature while forming a new state or on a state reorganization bill. Okay, so that's all the rule and regulation. Next, now in details about Article 4. So Article 4 provides that bills under Article 2 and Article 3 are not to be considered as constitutional amendment bill. Okay, so the bills which are provided in Article 3 and Article 2 that are not considered as constitutional amendment bill. Okay, next, at the time of independence, two types of political unit existed in India, and they are British provinces and princely state. Because British provinces mean that areas or that states which are captured by the British, and princely state means that state which were ruled by our Indian prince. Okay, so under the Indian Independence Act 1947, the states were given the freedom to join, either to join Pakistan or to join India, or they may remain independent. Okay, so that time Hyderabad and Junagadh refused to accede to India despite the strong cultural history and economic link, because Hyderabad and Junagadh have so strong link with India, yet they refused to be a part of India at that time. Okay, and that time there are total 562 states after the existence of India at the time. So while most of the 562 states existed in India, they joined India or Pakistan. Okay, next, important committees that time formed about the state reorganization bill. So that's related to state evaluation. Let's see about the committee, that are Dhar committee or Dhar commission you can say, and JPV committee and Fazal Ali commission. Okay, these three committees are important. Let's see about Dhar committee. The Constituent Assembly appointed the S.K. Dhar Commission in 1947 to study the issue of the reorganization of the states on linguistic basis. Okay, so first time it proposed to forming a state on linguistic basis. Okay, when? In 1947, and the committee head was S.K. Dhar. That's why the committee name is Dhar Committee, right? Next, it was felt that such reorganization would fuel regional sentiments and might threaten national integration. Because India is an integrated country, there are so many varieties, so many language, so many religion. So it was a condition of concern that if we allow a state on linguistic basis, it may be chaotic in later. So that's why the Dhar committee was concerned about that, and thus the commission categorically rejected the basis of linguistic formation of states, and that was the reason the Dhar committee rejected the idea of making a state on linguistic basis, right? Next, then JVP committee. Okay, so in 1948, the Congress in Jaipur session in 1948 appointed 3 members committee to consider the recommendation of Dhar Commission. Okay, so they again discuss about that topic, about the recommendation that we get from the Dhar Commission. So who are the member? The member J for Jawaharlal Nehru, right? V for Vallabhbhai Patel, and P for Pattabhi Sitaramaiah. Okay, so now what happened? This committee rejected language as the basis of the reorganization, despite that time maximum people support for it. Okay, next, Fazl Ali Commission. But in 1953 the state Andhra Pradesh was formed on linguistic basis. That was the first state on linguistic basis. This is very, very important question and already came in several exams. Okay, so after the creation of Andhra Pradesh state, demand for creation of state on linguistic basis intensified, and after that Fazl Ali Commission was constituted in December 1953. Okay, which was also known as State Reorganization Commission. So another name of Fazl Ali Commission is State Reorganization Commission. Okay, very, very important. You should remember this, and maybe it may be important for your UPSC also. So next, by the State Reorganization Act in 1956, the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, the distinction between states was abolished. Okay, so it was built in 1953 State Reorganization Commission that time, and in 1956 State Reorganization Act came, and by 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, right? Now the distinction between state was that time abolished. Then some of them were merged with adjacent state, and some other designated as union territories. Okay, as a result, on 1st November 1956 there were 14 state and 6 UT, right? Next, now about the first linguistic state. In October 1953, the government of India was forced to create first linguistic state, that is known as Andhra Pradesh, by separating the Telugu speaking area from Madras state. So from where the state Andhra Pradesh separated from Madras, right? And it includes the Telugu speaking areas from Madras state. And that time, what was the capital of Andhra Pradesh? Very, very important. This is Kurnool. Okay, Kurnool was the first capital of Andhra Pradesh that time, with its high court at Guntur, and that is presently Hyderabad is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Now let's see few important dates. Okay, on that day several states formed. Okay, so first of all, in 1956 there were 14 states and 6 UTs that time. Then in 1953 first state Andhra Pradesh was created, and in 1956 Kerala was formed. Okay, and in 1956 Karnataka was also created. Next, in 1960 Bombay was bifurcated into Gujarat and Maharashtra. So before 1960 Bombay was a large area with Gujarat and Maharashtra, and in 1960 it separated, and Gujarat and Maharashtra, two separate state created that time. Okay, next, 1963. In 1963 Nagaland was created as separate state. Okay, you should remember the timeline. This is very, very important. Next, in 1966 Haryana was created and was a carved part of Punjab, and Chandigarh, that time Chandigarh become and Chandigarh get the status of a union territory. Okay, next, In 1970, the Union Territory of Himachal Pradesh was elaborated and it get the status of a full-fledged state. Okay, so in 1970 Himachal Pradesh become a state, full-fledged state. Okay, next in 1971, okay, in 1971 Manipur, Tripura and Meghalaya granted statehood also. So the northeastern state Manipur, Tripura and Meghalaya got the status of state in 1971. This is very, very important. Okay, next Sikkim. So Sikkim became an associate state of Indian state by 36 Constitutional Amendment Act in 1975. In 1974, Sikkim was an associate state by the 36th Constitutional Amendment, and in 1975, Sikkim became a full-fledged state of the Indian Union. Correct? Next, 1986. In 1966, Mizoram just become a part of India. So the state Mizoram created in 1986. Okay, so we should remember the northeastern state formation timeline also. It may be very, very important. So in 1971 Manipur, Tripura and Meghalaya formed, and in 1986 Mizoram formed. Okay, next 1987 Goa came into existence. Okay, that time in 1987. Okay, next and or last, in 2003 more new state created, that are Chandigarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand. 3 new state created in 2003: Chandigarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand. Okay, so this all for this session. In the next session we will discuss MCQ type on this topic which till we read. Okay, you can get a chance to analyze yourself how much you learn from here. Okay, that will be our test for you and a quick revision for us also. Okay, so here is my Telegram link. If you want to give any feedback, any suggestion, so you can give me here. And if you like this session, do like, share and subscribe our channel Easy Education. Thanks for watching my videos.